Now, we always think of the festive season as a time of peace and goodwill to all men. And yet one of our favourite carols is said to be about the battle of the sexes.
Yes, our Carol Hinds, has been finding out why two plants play such an important part in our Christmas celebrations. Her carol tonight is from Derby Cathedral.
Well, 'tis the season to be jolly, peace and goodwill to all men, and yet the holly and the ivy are said to be a battle of the sexes. What's that about?
Indeed, yes. Traditionally, holly represents the male sex and ivy the female sex. And it's believed that whichever is hung on the front door, that sex will be ruling in the house that year.
And of course there is that religious symbolism as well with the song.
There is, yes. Traditionally, evergreens have been used since pagan times to decorate houses at this time of the year, representing spring and new growth. In terms of Christianity, they adopted it. The holly represents the crown of thorns that Christ had, and the berries his blood.
Now, we all enjoy singing about the holly and the ivy, but just like the Christmas carol, we don't really use much ivy when we make our wreaths. Why is that?
We don't know. Here at Chatsworth, we tend to just use it quite sparingly because it's a really good source of late-season nectar for insects and birds. So we tend just to use 2 or 3 pieces towards the end of the wreath to act as a highlight at the same time as we're putting in the ivy, and it just really finishes the wreath off.
So here's the big question. Will it be ivy or holly on your front door?
Sprouts, actually. It's sprouts thrown out by the kids. No, not really. We have a beecher's brook of ivy, of course.
Of course,
Not
of course.
not a sprig of holly in sight.